In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these super cute little flower loom bookmarks. They take just minutes to make, and they're a really fun way to welcome spring or gift them to someone who just loves books. We're going to make them step by step, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So each of these little bookmarks is just a loom flower, which we're going to make on this flower loom here, and it's glued to a popsicle stick. And again, it just takes a few minutes to make. So for this project, what you're going to need, like I mentioned, is a flower loom that you can see here. You can buy them at the craft store or online. They come with a flower loom hook. It looks like this, and it helps you lift the loops up and over the pegs. You'll need a yarn needle, which normally also comes with the flower loom. You're going to need a popsicle stick for each bookmark you're going to make. Now, I chose green, so it looks like a flower stem. Now, these came in a pack full of colorful popsicle sticks, but you can paint them. It's totally up to you. And you'll need one per bookmark. And then for our yarn, now I made a purple one, an orange one, and like a darker pink. So I grabbed some lighter pinks for the flower color. And then each of my centers are yellow and I wanted it to match. So I grabbed just a little bit of pink yarn I had on hand and some yellow yarn. So you'll need one color for the petals and then one color for the center. You can make them the same color if you just have one color, it's totally fine. You'll also need a pair of scissors and a hot glue gun, or you can use regular glue. I like the instant bond that hot glue has, but you can also use craft glue or school glue. Just know that, those kinds of glues take a little bit longer, but that's okay. So we're going to make the flower first on our loom and then assemble it. So the first thing we want to do is grab our flower loom, and on the side of your loom, you'll have a peg. Now, I will say some looms don't have this peg. If you don't, it's okay. You can still make a flower on it. But if you do, we're going to tie the yarn onto our peg like this. Just tie a little knot on there. I'm going to do 2 times. And then we're going to take our yarn and sort of just get this tail out of the way. We'll worry about that later. And we're going to take our yarn, and if you look at the top view of your loom, we're going to go across, straight across to that top peg and back down, and then hook it on the one directly under it, and then come around to the peg just to the right of that top one, hook it, go straight across to the other peg, hook it, and we're just going to do this. We're sort of making figure 8s all the way around. And we're just going to continue around wrapping our loops. And now we have the basic shape, but I want to make mine a little bit fluffier. As you can see, if we look at one of our flowers here, you can see multiple layers of petals. So we're going to do this twice more for a total of 3 times around. And then once you get a couple of loops on each peg, and you can see one of my pegs is like on its way to like falling off, but that's okay. It's a very old loom. I've had this for many years. But what we're going to do, once you get a couple loops on each peg, we're going to cut the yarn. And then we're going to take our needle, and be careful not to let anything fall off your loops, but it will loosen up a little bit. We're going to take our needle and we're going to take our yarn and go in between one of these pegs and bring that tail to the back. Flip your loop over. So we have our tail here. And then here is our peg from before. I just kind of pulled that off. And I'm going to take this and wrap it around. And you could actually do this with your hands. You don't necessarily need the needle, but we're going to just pull this to the back of our flower. So now we have 2 tails on the back here, and you're just going to tie it tight. It kind of like secures your flower. But it's not quite ready to come off because we need to also kind of sew the center. So grab your yarn color for the center. Again, you can use the same color. It's totally fine, but I wanted mine to all match. So I'm going to cut a piece of yarn about 24 inches long, about 2 rulers worth. And we're going to take our yarn needle, and once again, we're going to thread it. And then you're going to take your needle and you're going to come up from the back in between any of the 2 petals. And we're going to sort of follow the sequence we did before. We're going to go directly across and just start making X's. So we want to leave a little bit of a tail because we need to tie that in the back later. But we're going to, and it's easier if you kind of hold it as well. So just kind of hold it in place. And we're going to go directly across here in between the next 2 pegs, pulling it tighter. and we're just sewing it. Now I like to go and do like a plus or an X. So go directly to the other side and just sew it together. And then we're going to go and just kind of go in between each petal, creating these pluses or X's, however you're holding it. It might look like a plus if you're holding it one way. It might look like an X if you're holding it at an angle, but we're just trying to go in between each of these petals without hooking on the peg like I'm doing. And I haven't gone between this one yet, so you just want to make sure you get them all so it's securely fastened. Okay, so we've gone in between each one, and then we're going to flip our flower loom over to the back again, and we're going to tie the back. Now I'm going to do 2 secure ties of this to make a strong knot. And then just kind of leave these tails in place right now. And we're going to take our hook. Now your loom may or may not have this. I've seen both versions, but I have like a little groove in here. It's kind of like a channel. This is to help me with my loom hook. But we sort of want to get it off of these. If you can see the side view here, there's like a hook. We want to get it off that hook and kind of push it down because it's harder to get out of that once it's hooked up in there. So we're going to sort of push this down, and this, my flower loom in particular, really needs to get glued. This peg is lifting out, but it's okay. It still works. We're going to make it work. All right, we're going to push all these loops down. There's several on each hook here, or each peg rather, but we're pushing all them down. So then the next thing we want to do, now that we've pushed them all down, we're going to take our loops and lift them up, over, and off. And I will say the first couple of pegs that you do this are going to be very tight. Okay, so just do the best you can, lift it up, over, and off, and it will loosen up as you work your way around. But the first couple ones are very tight. Up, over, and off, up, over, and off. And as you can see, like I mentioned, it gets a little bit less tight. You can even do this with your hand for these last couple of loops. Okay, so now we have a beautiful loom flower that matches all of our other ones. So all you'll want to do now is flip it over to the back, and we're just going to cut these flush. Okay, we've already knotted them off, so they're secure. And we're just cutting those little yarn tails flush to the back of the flower. We can scoot all this out of the way, and we want to grab our next popsicle stick for our stem. And what we're going to do is just lay down some glue. Now this is the back where we sewed it, so that's what we're going to glue it to. And we're just going to put a little bead of glue here at the top of our stick. And take your flower, and you want to just press it on there. And we don't want to go too heavy on the glue just because it's going to seep through those yarn pieces. Glue sticks really good. Hot glue sticks very good to yarn, but we don't want to overdo it because it will squish through and then your flower won't look as nice. So we're just pressing this to the back, and then you'll just let it cool and dry. And now our little bookmarks are complete. They look so cute. They're ready for spring reading, gifting. You can give them as a set. You can make a whole set for yourself, and they look so cute. But just make sure they're completely cool and dry before using, or they'll get stuck to your pages. So that is how you make a loom flower bookmark. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the subscribe button to get all the latest Sparkle and Splatter video updates. Bye everyone, and happy spring crafting.